my friends, welcome to the Commander's Crypt. Today I'm going to talk about a 2-card combo from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan that just instantly wins the game for you. I'm also going to talk about the top 10 of Lost Caverns of Ixalan with some honorable mentions. And that card that wins you the game is in that list, so we will get to it soon. Honorable mention, hit the mother lode, discover 10. If the discovered card's mana value is less than 10, create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to the difference. I like this card because for 7 mana, you get to dig 10, and if you got something really good, you get to play it. If not, you could just pick up a mana crypt or something and make 10 treasure tokens, and what you've done now is you've increased your mana value, and you've got a way to double those tokens, then boom, you're on your way. Another honorable mention, Volatile Fault. I like this card because it does cost 1 to then tap and sacrifice it, but then you get a treasure token anyway, so it's basically free. You get to take out your opponent's Mazes of Ith and other problematic lands, and you may be able to use this to mana fix. And if you got a way to loop this, you could really disrupt an opponent. Another honorable mention, Scythe Claw Raptor. He's a 4/3 for 2, which I really like. Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, he deals 4 damage to them. I like that. That's there to defend against the blue player. Last honorable mention, Bone Horde Dracosaur. This guy's really good. 5/5 for 5, flying first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. So that allows you to play more cards as per what red does. You may play them. If you exile the land this way, create a dinosaur token. If you exile the non-land card this way, create a treasure token. So I like this card because it allows you to draw more cards, make dummies, and do treasures. So let's get into the list. Number 10, Tishana's Tidebinder. Flash, when she enters the battlefield, counter up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. If an ability of an artifact creature planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as she remains on the battlefield. Oh, you want to ult your planeswalker? Not. Number 9, Bloodletter of Aklazats. This is the guy that I was talking about in the title of the video. He is the guy that can do other combos with other cards to just instantly win the game. With cards like Scourge of the Skyclaves and Fraying Omnipotence, you just win the game with this guy. Other cards would be Havoc Festival, Scythe Claw, and these other graphics we have up here. Next is number 8, Kurtzel Malamet Exemplar. Basically, this guy, he is a Grand Abolisher, but he also allows you to draw cards. Very, very cool. Number 7, Aklazat's Deepest Betrayal. Basically, all the gods in this set are fantastic. I like this guy because he makes people lose cards, makes bat creature 1/1 tokens. Next is going to be number 4, Ogier Caslim, Deepest Growth, Trample. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. You may put a creature card and or a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of any random order. Absolutely so crazy. That's very strong. For 5 mana, you get a 6/5 Trampler that then allows you to do what green does, put more stompy creatures out on the board. Next is number 5, Chamil the Inner Sun. This basically is to help other colors against blue. I think that blue is the strongest color. Spells you control can't be countered at the beginning of your end step. Discover 5. That's where it's at. This is going in every colorless deck, every Eldrazi deck. It is fantastic. Very strong card. Every turn you get to discover for 5. Very, very strong. Number 4, Ogier Tack, Deepest Foundation. She basically allows you to make 3 tokens instead of 1 token when you make your tokens. So again, she's part of the God cycle. They basically are super strong. They're all good. And when they die, they become lands, and then you just bring them back. I like it. Number 3 is going to be Galta, Stampede Tyrant. Very, very, very strong card. I love this card. When Galta enters the battlefield, it isn't a cast trigger, enters the battlefield, put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. That's just crazy insane to me. I'm very impressed with the cards from this set. For 8 mana, you get a 12/12 Trampler that basically allows you to dump your hand. Very crazy strong. This is a very strong set between the gods. It tells you something when this guy's number 3, you know, how strong the other 2 cards are. Next is Growing Rights of Itlamok. I mean, come on, it's a Gaia's Cradle. One of the best cards in Magic. Once it flips, it becomes Itlamok, Cradle of the Sun, basically a Gaia's Cradle. And it's going to give you crazy amounts of mana. That's number 2. And the number 1 card in this set, in my humble opinion, is Tarian's Soulcleaver. At first, when I first saw this card, I was like, okay, it's nice. And then I thought about tokens, and I was like, oh my God, this card is amazing. With all the tokens going on, food, clues, and treasure tokens, whenever those hit the graveyard, this thing gets a +1/+1. Think about that for a second. For 1 mana, you have legendary artifact that equips for 2, gives your creature vigilance, and gives it +1 for every time an artifact, creature, or creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. That is absolutely amazing. I think that's very, very strong. So there you have it. Those are the top 10, in my opinion, cards of Caverns, Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I hope you like my list. Give me some comments. Tell me if you did or if you did not. So one more thing. Whenever I always open up my videos, I always say, hello, my friends. What I mean by that is I don't want to just be a channel. I want to be a community. So if you like this, if you like what we're doing here, hit the subscribe button and let's be a community. I always say hello, my friends, because you're my friends. If you subscribe, if you like what I'm doing, then you are my friend. So that's it. We're going to get out of here. Check out my affiliate links. It really helps out the channel, and have a wonderful day.